Welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you a working prototype of Rand McNally's new education product called the World Atlas. The World Atlas is a dynamic mapping tool for classrooms. We like to think of it as a digital replacement of the Rand McNally pull-down wall maps that have been a staple in the classroom for years. It's a web-based tool that will work on any device with an internet connection, so in addition to supporting computers and laptops, we're optimizing it for tablets and interactive whiteboards. The World Atlas takes online maps to the next level in a fun, interactive way. The World Atlas operates in a similar fashion to many other online mapping tools. The real difference here comes in the ability to customize your maps and add layers of dynamic information on top of those maps, and then save them and share them with your students. The first feature I want to talk about are the maps themselves. Rand McNally has over 150 years of experience creating high-quality maps, and our mapping specialists are hard at work creating a variety of different map styles that give you a library of styles to choose from. Our simplest maps are our outline maps. When you just want to show the most basic information, we offer a series of dynamic outline masters. You can show basic maps with and without labels, pan and zoom around the map dynamically, and the information is always up to date. Our political and physical maps are designed and styled to match the classic Rand McNally maps that we've been producing in print for years. So if you're using our classroom atlases, we have dynamic maps in the World Atlas that will match those perfectly. We're also working on a series of leveled maps from beginner to advanced, so you can show the maps that are appropriate for the age range you're teaching. For example, our advanced physical map will show a greater number of physical features like mountains, rivers, lakes, and can be ideal for older grades, while our basic physical map will show a more limited set, which is more appropriate for younger students. While World Atlas is a digital tool, we know the value of using printables and handouts in the classroom. That's why we designed a feature that lets you easily print out your own handouts of any map in the World Atlas. Simply click Share, then Print, and choose the area you want to print. Set your orientation between portrait and landscape and press Save. We'll generate a PDF that you can download and save or print out as a handout. Next up is layers. So, if you think of the maps as the basic building blocks of the World Atlas, where it gets really cool is your ability to add layers of data on top of those maps. Think of a layer as an overlay of information on top of a map. Layers can be combined with maps to show some really cool stuff. Here's an example of a layer showing world climate data. These dynamic layers can be shown on top of any map and can even be mixed and matched with other layers, so your options for customization are really amazing. For example, I can show both the climate layer and the earthquake layer at the same time and show students how these two layers affect each other. Our people layers like life expectancy, birth and death rates, literacy, and population density are also great for teaching social studies concepts. Ask your students to compare and contrast the differences between different countries in a fun and interactive way. We're also hard at work adding dozens of historical layers. These layers create endless possibilities for teaching world and U.S. history. Take a look at this layer of European country boundaries. You can easily toggle these layers on and off to show your students how country boundaries have changed over time. We're hard at work adding dozens and dozens of layers before we launch. We expect to have around 50 layers to start, and we'll be continuously adding more over time. We'll also have a feedback tool on the site so teachers can submit requests for new layer ideas, and our GIS experts will add them as quickly as possible. Next up are the drawing tools. Part of the power of the World Atlas is that it lets you create annotations on top of any map to supplement your lesson planning. For example, if you want to teach about Columbus's voyage to the New World, you can chart his course on a map and drop pins that represent areas of historical significance. You can also annotate those pins and tell about each location, or even ask your students to log in and annotate the pins themselves. So, we covered maps, layers, and drawing tools, and how they can be combined dynamically to enhance your teaching. Next up is map shots. Map shots are a personal favorite of mine because it really opens up the ways in which you can use the tool in the classroom. Think of a map shot as a dynamic map that you can create and share. You pick the map, pick the layers, and zoom into an area you want to display. Add your annotations to the map, and then take a map shot to save that view to your account, and even share it with your students. This feature enables you to teach with maps in some very interesting ways. The possibilities are really limitless. In addition to all the dynamic mapping features, the World Atlas contains information about all of the continents, every country in the world, and all 50 U.S. states. Clicking a geography will bring up the content browser where you can see overviews, facts and figures, timelines, and lots of other interesting content about that geography. You can also use our search tool. For example, by typing France in the tool, you'll see that the France content is displayed. In addition, you can download hundreds of additional PDF maps showing additional information. Choose from historical maps, maps about resource distribution, county maps, distributions of cultures like Native Americans, and much, much more. The World Atlas also includes 50 lesson plans created by real teachers for use in the classroom. Each of these lesson plans are aligned to state geography and Common Core national standards and include student activities, worksheets, and answer keys. Plus, they're all printable and downloadable to Microsoft Word, where they can be edited and easily integrated into your other lesson plans. We'll be adding more lessons over time as we go as well.